and welcome back to an exciting episode of C24/7. What is behavior? What a person says, does, observable and verifiable by others. Behavior is not a judgmental conclusion. It is an observer's feeling or opinion statements to identify future actions through jobs or task analysis. Synergistic Solutions defines competence as the unconscious performance of a stated desirable act. To emphasize more on behavioral competency, we recently had a chat with Captain Ajay Achutan, who expressed his views on how behavioral competency could benefit the industry. And should this be included as part of the curriculum? If yes, at what level and at what rank should this be introduced as a part of the curriculum? Have a look.
Behavioral competency, as we've listened to in the morning, is more about an external manifestation of a person's behavior. And the behaviors, according to me, come from thoughts which lead to words, which lead to action, habits and behavior. So what is the thought process would first then determine finally what the behavior is. Now in the shipping industry, the competencies which have been defined and standardized internationally are the technical competencies. And we do find that they are not sufficient. That's why we have manifested many accidents and losses. But behavioral competencies per se would in a great way reduce these losses, make people more stay with organizations, stay with companies, provided they organize it toward their organized mission and goals. The curriculum, when you talk about a curriculum right now, there are two ways of it. One is the syllabus, which is approved internationally, and the curriculum which makes the whole person. So it definitely has to be included as a curriculum, part of the curriculum. But before making it part of the curriculum, like the STCW talks about minimum standards, we'll have to agree as an industry on what are the minimum standards of behavior which we are looking forward to. And we could divide them into must-do type of behaviors or may have type of behaviors. So we can sort of categorize them into different levels. And definitely the must-have behaviors should be a part of the curriculum. Regarding including as a curriculum, at Intrade we have bring about a minimum standards of what behavioral competence is required. It has to be agreed industry-wide and with the Director General of Shipping. And then we should sort of inculcate it into the curriculum. If you actually look back, it has been unconsciously inculcated in the curriculum. If you look at an engineer, he behaves in a particular way. You can make out his own behavior of his right from his induction level to a senior level. There are some similar patterns of behavior amongst chief engineers. Similarly, there are some patterns of behavior among shipmasters. So the shipping has actually brought in these behaviors unconsciously. Now we need to make a conscious effort to bring these behaviors into existence.
As said, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So how will a seafarer react when indulged in a particular environment? And will that affect his behavioral competency at some level? And how can that be avoided? Or could that be avoided?
What you're trying to say is when a person is put in an environment, the environment will also affect his action. Yeah, that is true. That's why we say we should have an organizational commitment to behavioral change. It's just a selection process, then there's something achievable at a low level. But if it's driven by the mission of an organization, you achieve much more than what you can imagine, where you can get organizational synergy. So right now, unfortunately, many companies seem to be doing it in a very ad hoc manner and getting it at a small level.
As we all know, behavioral competency will change with the replacement of one person with another. Could a standard pattern of teaching be developed to avoid these changes?
For a minimum standard, yes, but if we always want change, we want different type of people, different type of entities. So it wouldn't be in the best interest that everybody move like robots and have the same type of behavior. But then the minimum behavior which sort of promotes safety, which promotes commercial viability, which promotes the shipping in a better limelight, these minimum behaviors can be standardized and should be standardized. Whereas there could be behaviors which, like for example, motivating an entire set of crew in case of emergency, which is very desirable but may not be achievable. So you cannot say that should be standardized.
And at the end, how could the industry bring behavioral competency into existence? Would Captain Achyutan himself be holding any workshop for this kind of training in the near future? If yes, where and how?
For a start now, today we're going to have a panel discussion. At the end of the discussion, I wish we can all get together and say, yes, we do require this. And lack of SSA from the behavioral competency, which has led to major losses in shipping. So once we have a political will, we create a political will to generate behavioral competencies, the industry should work together as INSA, MASA, FOSMA and the others than INSA, MASA, FOSMA, with the DG shipping, with the trainers, with the assessment providers, and bring about identifying most of the competencies and reduce it to a minimum standard competency, which through the governmental system we could bring it as a compulsion mode in the pre-C and other areas. By holding an ad hoc workshop, which may not be the need of the company, may not be the right way to do it. Ideally, these workshops are held towards what a company chooses. So if a company chooses a particular service provider A, they would define the workshop. It cannot be done on an ad hoc basis. The ad hoc basis workshops could only be carried out to sensitize the heads of HR and other areas, so what is available. But the workshops for change and behavioral competency should be always dwelt in-house with choosing a particular direction you want to go and which provider can help you in that. And those providers should provide the workshop.
Well, that was something to clear your views about behavioral competency. Moving on, Shipping Corporation of India recently had their Golden Jubilee celebration. For people who missed it, here is an exclusive telecast of Shankar Ehsaan and Loy giving a live performance and making this celebration more glorious.
You know what? I want youngsters to stand up and dance here. Come on. This is a party. Come on. Everybody! Take the world and paint it red. Paint it red. Make your own divine again. Taka taka thai. Taka taka tha. Taka taka thai. Taka taka tha. Taka taka thai. Taka taka tha. Taka taka thai. Taka da. 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 अरे दिल का मामला है दिल पर मजबूर है इसके पर हर गली बदल के अंदर ओ मस्त मस्त कलंदर दिल का मामला है दिल पर मजबूर है इसके पर हर गली बदल के अंदर ओ मस्त मस्त कलंदर मस्त 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 कलंदर अरे मस्त 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 कलंदर अरे मस्त 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 कलंदर अरे मस्त I want everybody to give me the rhythm from the beginning to the end of the song. Come on. कोई जो मिला तो मुझे ऐसा लगे जैसे मेरी सारी दुनिया में कहीं जमी रुके और रंगों की बरखा है खुशबू की आती है महके हुई सी अब सारे में जाए महके हुई सी अब सारी कमाए खोई हुई सी अब सारी दिशाएं बदली हुई सी अब सारी अदाएं जागी उमंग के धड़क रहा है दिल का सब दूंगा बोलो बोलो मेरे साथ
Well, that's all we have for you today. Hope you've enjoyed watching this episode with me. See you next week, same time, same place. If you have any queries, do write to us on editorial@sailortoday.net. Till then, adios from your host Vanashri on C24/7.